Hail to thee, my kindred. I hope you're all having a wonderful morning, afternoon, evening, and night, wherever and whenever you are. It's barely been half the day. I guess it's technically already a little over half the day, but we go out, we do a couple of things, we come back, and things just go wrong. My toaster oven is once again acting up. Like, something smelled like it was burning, despite there being nothing being burnt, so kudos to the toaster oven for being quite the hassle once again, somehow, some way. We definitely need a new one. You know, we should just get a microwave, but the matriarch refuses to get a microwave. She just does. I don't know why. I don't know why. I did get a bottle of the fun stuff, and I did go to Taco Bell too. So 2-in-1. 2-in-1 experience. And I also found out that the living room TV might be a little too old, or well, it's probably just too old. I'm actually not sure, because we tried to connect a new console we just bought up to it, and it didn't show up on the screen. So I'm assuming TV's is older, because we connected it to the TV I use for my PC, you know, here in my room, and it works just fine. So clearly the issue is I think it's a resolution thing. I'm not 100% sure. It just will not show anything whenever we turn it on the actual living room TV. So I checked, like, if it was the HDMI cable, like, it didn't seem to have a problem when I connected it to my TV, so I don't know. I honestly don't know. It's quite frustrating. Tomorrow I'm gonna check if my PC works on that TV, and if it does, then I'll just switch out the TVs. I don't mind having a different one. It's not like this one is any bigger than the other one in the living room right now. It might have its own issues, but I don't think it'll have any actual problems. If it doesn't work on the other TV, then we may just have to get a new TV at some point. Not that they're the most expensive things ever, just it's not like, you know, that money comes out of nowhere. I know I said we were gonna watch stuff today, but admittedly, I did not do any searchings as I said I would. I kind of forgot. I just straight up forgot to look for any videos to watch. So I'll either scroll around and see if I find anything interesting and we'll watch that, or I'll just hang out here or play a game. 3 options there, you know, 3 options. I think that's plentiful enough. And my brain kind of hurts. I don't know if that's because of the lack of caffeination, but it probably is. It probably is. I don't see why else I would be having like a slight headache. I don't think it. Maybe it could be dehydration, but like I said, I literally just like ate out. So, and I drank some lemonade. So I feel like I would be rejuvenated by now. Maybe it'll take a little more time. What is this? The cat, the lamb, and the rock. Okay, we might watch that because that just sounds adorable. I know, yawning. Cannot be a good sign. Cannot be a good sign. I also have to figure out how the warranty thing works. Because you know how when you buy a console at a store, they ask you if you want a warranty. We put a warranty on the damn thing. Now I gotta figure out how to actually register the thing, or whether the thing has even been registered. If not, then problems. Big problems. Because that's a whole $60 ruse for 3 years guaranteed warranty. I did at least manage to sleep a good while, I think. I went to bed at like 30 minutes before 12, or at least I started prepping 30 minutes before 12 to just head to bed. So I think I should have, in theory, have had a decent sleep, decent night's rest. Not sure it was the smoothest couple of hours, but it was something, which is better than nothing. Not a cat cafe. No, I want to go to one. YouTube is showing me cat cafes again. Beloved little kitty cats in the cafe. You know, I haven't seen a lot of birds recently. I know spring is literally just becoming a thing in my parts, and, you know, it's still turning the corner, so to speak, but I would have expected more birds. I feel like last year there was definitely more birds around than than there are right now at this time of the year. Now my ear. Why does it itch? Ugh. That is a goofy ass thumbnail for a random ass video. The biggest village pizza in the faraway mountains. Uh-huh. Yeah, that doesn't seem so far away. Although it is kind of a big pizza. They definitely got the YouTube money to do that. If they're legitimately some random village. I remember when YouTube had like a bunch of those a couple of years back. It would just be like a random cooking videos of like, oh, village elder, blah 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 blah. It's like 100 of those. Like, great. Can't wait to see some random man cook a giant, needlessly giant meal. I suppose they had to make that bread, to be fair. Is that a Shark Tank? Raccoon tries the most popular ships to see which ship is the best. Now that. Oh, Tito the raccoon. Didn't that raccoon die a while back? Like, I feel like I heard about this raccoon's death. Maybe it didn't. I'm not sure. I think maybe it had been another raccoon. It's possible. It's possible that I may be mistaking my raccoons. It's not like I'm, you know, the connoisseur of such creatures. I like them. They're funny looking. They would definitely bite your fucking hand if, you know, you were trying to feed one in the wild. They're like one of two moods. Either they're willing to like bite your hand to get you to let go of a random piece of food you were giving them anyways, or they're too scared to actually grab the food out of your hand. There's no in between. Which I suppose makes sense, because in nature, like, you would need those two extremes to live as a raccoon. Either be too timid to go into danger and only grab food when you're not, or be so willing to go into danger that you're just terrifying to look at. Or not to look at, but like to face and deal with. And whatever has the food you want will just let go and run away. Honestly, nothing much has happened already. I mean, I didn't really get to do much of what I wanted to do just yet. I got back here like 30 minutes ago. Maybe a little more than 30 minutes ago. Trying to set up that PlayStation, that fucking thing. SMH. SMH. Should have been smooth, easy riding. Was not smooth, easy riding. I kind of want to play. I just kind of want to play Overwatch again. Oh yeah, I forgot about that like other block game that came out recently. Freaking, is that the actual name? Lucid Blocks? Okay. I think I saw a couple of people playing it, so it's gotten around, but it just looked like another maybe kind of quirky Minecraft clone to me, you know, off of what little I saw of it, and I was like, nah, I'm good. I'm good. I'm just not gonna buy that. A JoJo's Bizarre Adventure official shop. Ain't that sick? Okay, coffee's too hot to drink, so my brain will remain uncaffeinated for the next like 20 minutes, most likely. Unfortunate, but it is what it is. Might draw. Actually, do I want to draw just yet? I don't think my brain is really. My brain is like, you know, just like bleh right now without its caffeination, so I don't think doodling would work out all too much if I did decide to do that. Huh? Sekiro no defeat. Official. That's a. Okay, they're coming out with a Sekiro anime, I guess. I didn't know this. Is this like, I think this is the first time Crunchyroll like ever pops up on my on my YouTube, and like that's the first thing I see from them. I forgot that I wanted to watch Makia. Okay. Yeah, that's a movie. That's an anime movie. That's like, I think the premise, or at least I know some of it, like a small bit about it, is that like the main character, the girl, like the little lady, is like kind of, I think she comes from like a village of immortals or something. She's some kind of immortal. And I don't know if it is that she ends up having a kid at some point, or adopts a kid, or something like that. And it's like, at least there's like a couple of scenes of that. And she's like a mom for a while. So it might be that kind of thing where it's like, yeah, she's just an immortal lady who has a kid, and, you know, kid's gonna grow old, I guess. Maybe it won't. Or maybe it will, and, you know, it'll go through life, and she won't go through life because she's immortal, but that would be kind of sad. I like the animation of the few clips that I saw, though. It was pretty neat stuff. What is this? Indoor outdoor cat. The Suffering of Dave entries 4. This is gonna be a cat being grumpy all day. Is that the entire 3-minute video? Okay, I hope nothing's burning again. I swear, if something is burning, and like, I closed my door, but I can kind of smell like something might be burning a little. Just a little bit. I turned on like the little fan that's over the oven, so nothing should be. It could just be like I do tend to get a little paranoid whenever something burns like once. I remain paranoid for like the rest of the day, thinking something else is burning. So it could be that. It could be. the eyes are... Dude, when I went outside today, my eyes were not ready to deal with the sunlight. It was nigh impossible for me to even, like, keep them open wider than, like, the size of, like, a quarter. Just... I got better over, like, time, right, as, like, time went on, but it took a good hour or two before my eyes finally showed out, and we're like, hey, we can actually see now when we go outside. The blazing, maddening sun is no longer blazing nor maddening. It's cold today outside. It was like not the most chill weather. Not the most cold, but like kind of cold. And we saw some Girl Scouts is going about trying to sell cookies. I never had Girl Scout cookies. I hear they're like overhyped from some people, and other people are like they're actually pretty good. But I've never gotten some myself. They're selling, I think it was like $6 a box, something like that. So nothing crazy. I mean, I guess it's also not the best price, but then again, I don't know. I did buy like normal cookies today. I should have like tried to in my brain compare the prices. Especially for the size of those boxes. Those boxes did seem kind of small. Like kind of small. Okay, I might watch a video on like a little husky pup just kind of doing its thing, being a menace to the little society it's a part of. One moment. Alright, sorry about that. Just had to be asked a question. Hawaii? I hear it's expensive to live there. I hear taxes are kind of crazy on that island. I think the residents don't very much like living there, economically speaking. I think they like it, you know, tropics and whatnot. It's very pleasant, I'm sure. Having tourists constantly in and out most likely is not the most pleasant thing either, to be fair. But you know, it's it is what it is, I guess. Ups and downs of living on a touristy place. Not that I guess they ever asked for it to be a tourist place, but it was most likely gonna become that one way or another. They do, I'm pretty sure, like, the economy of Hawaii does also sell plenty of other things. I think they have, like, a pretty decent coffee. I know there's at least, like, one brand of coffee that's, like, pretty quality, pretty good, and they sell their stuff for pretty expensive prices. They do have more economic prices for some of their stuff, but they're mostly a kind of, like, not niche per se. It's not, like, anything crazy in terms of prices. I'm sure they have, like, a couple of selections that are, like, pretty high up there, but something you'd buy maybe like once or twice, or even as a gift for somebody type of money. Other than that, I don't really know what Hawaii's got going for it. I guess it is also technically like a in-between spot for like going from Asia to the States. Or even probably, I don't know actually, because I don't know about the airliners of other areas. I know for the States, if you're trying to go to like any other, like just any Asian country, you're probably gonna stop in either California or Hawaii before you go over, unless you're already kind of there or in a state that's near those places. Well, near California at least. I think even then, if you're in a state that's like maybe 2 states away from California, you're probably gonna be landing in California or in Hawaii. Oh damn. Okay, that's still pretty hot, but drinkable. Drinkable. The coffee is drinkable. Let me go over here real quick. Let me do a few things. I think I'll just like watch 1 or 2 things. You know, just chill out. Just chill out. Have a good old giggle or 2. At least for a little bit. For a little while, maybe. Because I did find 1 video, you know. That cat video's got me interested. I want to know how dramatic the bastard is. Maybe I'll do that a little later. A little later. A little later. I did also figure out how to actually, at least, you know, semi-accurately make the horns on my, you know, in my doodles for myself, you know, look correct. I was struggling with that for a while, and I just couldn't figure it out. Figured it out like 2 days ago, finally. So now I have like the things saved so that I can use that as a bit of a reference whenever I'm trying to draw my head at like little different angles there. Still maybe awkward, you know. I think I'm still trying to get the actual look to be okay, but I have like the general idea finally kind of stamped it down on. And I feel like I heard about some game recently, and I just forgot about it. Let me just scroll through Steam. Helldivers, it's on its yet another discount. I am still waiting for that thing because they said they were gonna try to slim down the game, and I know you can technically have access to that like slimmed down version of it in terms of like space if you go into the early access thing. But it's taking, I feel like, you know, I heard about this like months ago that they were gonna do that, and they still have not. So it's a little, you know, I'm thinking they may not do that anytime soon. Because the issue is that it's, you know, normally 135 gigabytes, and I do not have 135 gigabytes to spare. Wish I did, but I do not. Would like to play it. I got a buddy that's still every now and again will mention the game and be like, "Get on, buy it and get on." And I'm like, "Bud, I wish I could. Wish I could." game. I think I had like a damn. I have the like damn near 40 games on my wish list that I still haven't bought. This one's at 80%. This one's also at 80, and then Long Dark is at 90. Is there a sale going on? Why are so many of these games? Oh, okay. It shows you from like the ones that are. Oh, that's the order. Okay, it's just showing me which ones are on sale the most, like first, and then kind of the more the more you scroll down, the lesser the percentage of yeah, it is a spring sale. Okay. Now through March 26th. Hello, goat boy. I am no goat. My goodness. I'm gonna start calling you Spanish. As just vengeance. Just finished the commission? Ooh. How long did it take you to commission? Or I guess to finish the commission. To commission would be that you are commissioning someone. But you are not commissioning someone. You are the commissioned. And how is your Saturday? I hope it's going well. I gotta see if I actually want to buy any of these games that I've got wish listed. 2 weekends mainly because you're busy during the week, and it's good. Okay, that's a pretty. You made good time. You made good time. And I'm glad that things are going well for you as well. It's good to hear of things such as that. I'm just now scrolling through Steam. I didn't even know there was a spring sale. I'm like, oh my god, another sale. Goodness gracious. Let me spend money. Of which I don't think I have as much anymore. I may have like 100. 100 doubloons into my name. I would actually have to check. Other than that, it's a sunny day today. It's like outside of it being kind of like chilly and windy, like sun's out, not really a lot of sky, like a lot of clouds in the sky for me here. Like I was yawning like a mother trucker. How do I buy the 2 Alien games? It's just Alien versus Predator and freaking Aliens Fire Team. Let me see. Let me look at Fire Team real quick. I forgot they had a bunch of expansions if you want, like, other maps, I think. Because I kind of forgot I even put this game in there. 30 gigabytes though, so it's not a lot of space that needs to be taken up for that one. How about this one from 2010? There's DLC. Oh, that's I think for the multiplayer. Ah, man, I forgot Halo is a thing. Remember when Halo was a thing and was fun? And now it's maybe a little less fun? Crazy what time did to that franchise. Quite crazy. Dead by Daylight. I have a couple of buds that wanted me to get that game. 50 gigabytes. 50 gigabytes, not a lot. Donk. Why'd you say donk? What do you say donk for? Huh? What is up with you? Stardew Valley. Stardew Valley. Into the Valley of the Stardew. Let me look at that one. 7 doubloons and 49 cents. I never really play any of these games, and those kinds of just like shell farming little simulators. The only one that ever was close to you farming shit, you'd like it. It's a shell game. maybe. It's like I've never really gotten into any one of those really. There's like Field of Mystria, which is only ever so slightly more intriguing just because the portraits for their characters are more like animated than anything else. And then the only one I've actually been kinda more so interested in is that kinda a little story-based one, and that's gonna sound weird saying it like that because there's no context, but it's like some zombie apocalypse going on, and you're some escapee from some city who were brought by some guy that's from the town who had a boat that you managed to get on, and now you were given the job of being a farmer. And everybody in the town's kind of freaked out because they're in some random side of the country. They don't know what's going on. So that one actually kind of intrigued me just because of the story itself. I was like, oh, that's kind of cool. Like, it's this kind of game, but it's got like a horror story. Daggerfall? No. We are not going there again. Get that out of my face. There we go. Vale. Fucking hell, man. Fucking shit. Why do I feel like I've forgotten a lot of things that have happened recently? No, never mind. It's not that I've forgotten. It's that I haven't doom scrolled through Twitter in like a whole week. Or at least like a lot like I used to. I think I've only done it for like a couple of minutes a day now. Low cortisol or whatever these kids are saying these days. Yeah. I guess that's a good thing, right? Because it's cortisol is like related to stress or something. And I think that's why people are talking about it. Crimson Desert. That's a new one I've been seeing people play as well. What the hell is that even about? This game feels like it just came out of nowhere. Okay. It's been a while since I've played a little single player kind of thing like that. Although this is far too... actually, could I? That's too many gigabytes. Damnation. Kingdom Come Deliverance. I do know the story, but I still wouldn't mind playing it if I could. Let's see the original. Let me see that one first. You should play, you should buy Night of the Abattoir Man. It's at a good price. I should. Okay, 90 gigabytes. Could I make 90 appear in my computadora? Maybe. If I cannot, that would make me sad. I got no idea if I'm ever gonna be able to buy any space for my damn computer. I desperately need that so bad. Buy Fallout 4? I think we had this conversation once, didn't we? It's like, I'm not gonna buy Fallout 4 at least. I know you had a good time with it, but I did not originally have a good time with it, okay? By the way, how's that update going for Night of the Avatar, man? You did tell me you were working on something, or mentioned it, I think. It's going slow. Fair. I'm sure it'll pick up eventually. The workflow is workflowing as it will. Oh, that's the furry fetish game. Why is that popping up there? That's interesting thing to show me. Steam, thank you very much for that. I love it when Steam just shows me fetish content, you know? One Shot's kind of cute as a story, from what I heard. Well, I mean, heard as in seen, because I don't think I've even clicked on a stream or a video regarding that game. I think this one's a bit of a puzzle one. Goofy as shit. Why is there a character built like that? That's goofy. Okay. It's just... Hold on, I have to show you this. It's so ridiculous. Like, she's got some swole arms, man. Hold on, where do I show this fuck-ass image? Here we go. Look at this fucking character from this random Steam game I found. Like, she's just built different. like look at her, bro. She is swole, bro. Shit, I'm scared. Oh goodness. Apparently it's a game's called Poke All Toads. It's like a little puzzle game. You have like one normal looking little lady, and then there's just her. There's supposed to be... Oh, fairies. Okay, a puzzle game starring mischievous fairies. Complete levels by working as a team, operating dangerous machinery, and manipulating local wildlife. That does seem very fairy-like. It's kind of cute. The local wildlife. Yeah. The character designs are pretty cute. Not gonna lie. I kinda like that. Let me... should I... I'll put that on the wish list. I always decide whether I'm gonna actually buy games or not on like the last day of a sale. Oh yeah, I saw Tangy TD kind of pop up somewhere because the developer of that was kind of... It was a little joyful, a little too much, to the point that he started crying a little, I think. Because he's like, I don't feel like I deserve all the all the money I got from this. Or something like that. Apparently his game popped off. Good on them. No, tower defense game. Yes, tower defense. Like the monkey game. With the monkey. You know those guys that developed the, what's that game called? I don't remember their studio's name. The ones where you play as the little knights, and you go around, and you fuck up some dudes to save some princess. Doctor Who, yeah, Doctor Who, you know? Famed, acclaimed, you know, Doctor Who, the video game. which I'm sure actually probably exists in some way, shape, or form now that I think about it. Remember when that was also a thing? Doctor Who. British television. I was actually interested in watching Doctor Who for a while. A good long while, actually, I will admit. It seemed like an intriguing concept. Immortal man goes around and solves problems. I'm like, this could serve for a good, like, what would be driving that story, you know? No, my pants. Oh, no, why did I spill coffee? Damn it. Well, at least it was only a couple of drops. Then we got Grumpy Doctor Who in one of the last ones, right? One of the last doctors was like hella grumpy, then became a lady, then became a black man, from what I remember. Because he does the whole, like, dying thing, where he doesn't actually die, and he just becomes a new actor. I guess a new person, in general. That's how his immortality works. It's a weird kind of fucked up immortality when you think about it. Like, you just become a completely new person if you get, like, almost one-shotted. Wait, hold on. I got a really cool game you could play. It's really niche. Is it now? Is it? It's a really niche game, uh-huh. And what would that be? What exactly? Why do I go on to... what is... I just saw what you posted in the arts channel. I'm not calling you good boy, darling. That shit was shit. He looks like that in the first panel. This implies he does call him good boy on other occasions. Who? The guy that's like clearly wanting to be called a good boy. He's so like, he's just waiting, he's waiting for it. Gnarly, I guess, is the name. And he's just excited. I know, but he's just like that. He looks so wholesome. Oh, you DM'd me the game. Let me see this so-called... Oh, Skyrim. Of course. Skyrim Anniversary Edition, 50% off. 50%. It's the greatest deal. Why did I put on that voice? That's $9.99. That's actually a pretty good price. Special edition, and what's the difference between the special and the anniversary edition? I'm pretty sure one was just like a graphical thing, no? I think we also... This is, I feel, a conversation that's been had once before. At least once. And then King K. Rool became veiny. He did. He was a very veiny alligator crocodile man. Anniversary has a lot of those creation content bits. Like the Swords of the Nereva. They better look better in that than they do in the actual game. If they somehow manage to look worse, I'll be kind of impressed. Goofy ass Nerevar sword. Can you imagine that? It's flamethrower sword, like flamethrower spear. I'd understand. It at least lines up. It would just be a flamethrower with a bayonet, basically. So flamethrower spear, understood. Flamethrower sword, come on now. It's nostalgic bait, so you tell me. Well, I don't know what they look like in the game. That's why that's you do, but I don't know. So like SMH, you know? SMH. Hey, they do have a dwarven horse, you know? Dwemer horse. Would the Dwemer even make a horse? I feel like that would make less sense considering they have robot men that roll around as wheels. Random goblin worshipping. Why is that an image? It's just a random goblin worshipping an orc. Oh, they got some like ordinator type armor in there as well. Yeah, this is really just like let's toss in stuff from other better times. There's the vampire, man. I genuinely forgot the vampire DLC in this game. Fuck ass vampire, man. With his stupid wings. I feel like a fantasy world, I don't know. I'm like trying to think about whether like a fantasy world would be like a good place to be a vampire or not. I feel like the answer is no. Like there's just too many things that match you or just straight up surpass you in power. And it also feels like it would be too easy to kill you. I guess it depends what a fantasy vampire is in comparison to like a normal vampire. Because like you could argue like in a fantasy world, a vampire would be a lot more powerful because they'd have been in a world of magic. So therefore chicanery is bound to ensue. But at the same time, if it's just like normal vampirism, you're just like a kind of immortal, stronger than the average person who cannot go outside during the day. I guess you better hope your supernatural powers are like cranked up to 11. Like all the time. Maybe you'll get lucky and have like less magic be less effective on you. Or still be able to practice magic as a kind of undead creation. Check DMs, found it. Oh. Well, what do I think of True Flame here? Dani? I assume that means damage. 32 damage from True Flame. A theoretically... Well, is that even a stronger sword than average? No, that's like a kind of mediocre sword. Now that I think about it in terms of damage in Skyrim. Maybe like slightly above mediocre. It's been so long since I've played Skyrim. I gotta like try to remember. I'm like trying to remember what does what amount of damage. Like trying to calculate that. Like 30, 32, you know. Okay, so that's the original, and then that's the remake, I guess, or like the remake. Let's just call it a remake. It is less exaggerated in the hilt. In some ways, like, kind of boring, but it is more, like, controlled. So I do like that. The curve of the sword is definitely thinner than the Morrowind counterpart, for sure, as well. So it gives it, like, it's more normal. So I'd say it's, like, it kind of boring. It really does describe a lot of Skyrim. Yeah. I'd say this is actually kind of an improvement. Kind of. Maybe the fact that it's not, like, on fire, and instead is just enchanted to do fire damage. I think that's, at least that's what it looks like from the photo. That kind of sucks, but like, it's, yeah, it's less goofy, less goofy. That's a good way to put it. It's less goofy. It's more controlled. They looked at it and said, okay, we gotta chill out on the the handguard and the blade size is kind of crazy. But that does look like, if you showed me that sword, I'd be like, yeah, that fits in the world a lot better than whatever the hell they showed off the first time around. So I would say I kind of like it. I kind of like that little remake of it. It's not too shabby. It's not too shabby. The actual, like, handle of it, kind of boring. I think they made it like that specifically so that you could tell it's like a Dwemer design. Which, you know, you would think that they would have been a little more artistic with the handle of the sword, considering the Dwemer, yes, were, like, very good craftsmen, but they were also, you know, being a craftsman means you can also do kind of artsy shit. So you would have thought they would have paid a little more attention to that handguard or handle and whatnot. The fucking underpaid modeler that Bethesda forced to make this really improved the original. Yeah, I think overall improved. Overall improved. And to be fair, from like the one picture I see on like Steam of the like the Ordinator armor looks pretty alright in this game too. Like I kinda like it. It retains its like, at least from like what I remember, it's like it's pretty close to what it was in the other one. Damn near. So that's almost like a 1-to-1. Elder Scrolls Online. Man, you have no idea how much that game disappointed me. I was so disappointed when that game came out and was like, oh, this is an MMO. I was like, ugh. I was so bummed out by that. You know, I still don't understand how, to this day, the simple concept of making a co-op version of one of their normal games is like so hard for them to understand. Because I'm pretty sure that game and Fallout 76 are both a response to the very simple ask of, hey, can we have one of these games, but like I can play it with like one friend or something? That's all we're asking. And they said, oh, you want like a completely different style of game? Here you go. It's like, no, bro. Let me play this game, but with a friend. The game is fine. Just let me add one more person in there. You have played online once and never again. Understandable. I know there are mods to like, at least Fallout mods, so that you can try and get a friend in there to play with you. But it's like hella like glitchy, or buggy I should say. Hella buggy, because you know the game was simply not made for that. They never learn. Bethesda just never learns. Actually, isn't there also a mod for, no, I swear there is something for Half-Life 1, because I saw 2 people playing it, and I like kind of co-op. I swear I saw that be a thing. It's like I clicked on the stream and everything. I'm remembering. I know what I'm talking about. Legacy of Orsinium. Oh yeah, I forgot that the orcs are kind of Japanesey for some reason in the older games, and I guess the Creation Club added something like that. Does that imply that the orcs are not from Tamriel? Because last I checked, there isn't really any like orc civilization, unless there was an orc civilization on Tamriel and it kind of just got squad wiped or something. But like if like this kind of Japanesey armor and, you know, the dai katanas are technically orc things, you think it's just an aesthetic? Yeah, but like, okay, here's the weird thing though, right? Their aesthetic kind of changes. Like in the older games, it was kind of Japanesey, right? They kind of played into that a little bit, at least in just looks. But then, as the games kind of go on, it's like they become more like almost what you would think of in any other fantasy related thing as orcs, right? Like aesthetically. So it's like kind of weird. It could just be like, oh yeah, they just decided to change how the orcs look and that's that. You know, it's probably just as simple as that. I would, you know, in my brain, I'm going to headcanon that they came from a far off land and their descendants here are not having a good time. that's gonna be my headcanon. They just moved here from somewhere else, and then those people that did are just not having a good time now. Considering how sparse the orc populations kind of tend to be. Maybe it's regional? Could be regional. That is still pretty, like, interesting. Like, if you're gonna grab up, like, basically feudal Japan and attach it to any race in any fantasy thing, it's definitely an interesting decision to do that with orcs of all like fantasy races. BRB, roger that. I remember there was somebody that did like a reimagining, not a reimagining, it was like a series of YouTube videos where they were making their own like kind of fantasy world based off of, I guess it's like pseudo anthropology. I think it was like kind of like an anthropologist kind of angle on things, and by which I mean that like every other kind of race is basically like humanish. I think generally it's kind of no, not really. Okay, because the humans, from what I remember, the humans of that person's like fantasy world were kind of in like a Bronze Agey kind of period in terms of technology, and then the other races are kind of a mix of like Stone Age-ish. I gotta find that series of videos because it was actually pretty interesting to like at least look at the thumbnail and be like, oh, that's what this person like drew orcs as, and like, oh, that's what they drew elves as in this world. I guess they're kind of hitting like a little bit of a niche, I suppose, doing that, because no other fantasy thing really harkens back to any time. Like, I feel like the furthest any fantasy world is willing to like technologically relate to in terms of like the technologies of like the fantasy realm is like maybe the times of antiquity, and that's about it as far as they're willing to go. Anything further than that doesn't really get touched on, and for good reason. It's kind of hard to play around with some of those civilizations that existed even before the fucking Romans. Well, some of them are definitely interesting, but you know, like if you're playing around with like Bronze Age stuff, it's just not really a lot to go off of in the Bronze Age. A little further than that, Iron Age stuff you can fuck around with there, and you know, kind of fantasify stuff in there. I'm pretty sure there might be one person that actively kind of does that. No, I'm thinking of a book series, or not a series, but maybe like a single book. Sometimes I remember, I wish I remembered the interesting things that I kind of sort of remember. My brain is just slop. It is just slop. Reimagined. Let me see if I can find the video. Orcs? That's not how you spelled reimagined. Reimagined definitely doesn't start with a T. There you go. The Amanza Gwyn. That's the artist. I made some orcs, and then he did a bunch of other stuff. Like, kind of reimagined a bunch of other kind of fantasy races. Let me see if I can find some of these other videos. Because I do... the only reason I like this stuff sticks in my brain is because it's like, oh, that's kind of cool, you know? It's cool little reimagined things based off of, like, some bits and pieces of random history. And then just his own imaginations, I imagine. The Razurk. Let's see... Okay, I think this guy only did the orcs, but I think somebody else made like different... It had like a similar thing where they reimagined certain like fantasy races and whatnot. Let me see if I can find those videos too. Might kind of skim through those. Was it the elves that got reimagined in this other person's thing? There we go. Matt Rhodes is the one that does the prehistoric elves and dwarves one that I was thinking about. They do have the elves looking kind of fucked up in that thumbnail. Stream 1. I mean, it's on right now. So, now? Question mark? How are you doing, Yuki? How doth thy day be? Stream 1. I think Yuki's a little confused. When are you gonna stream? I don't know, guys. Life has been rough. You know what I did get today at the store? Pineapple jam. I finally got my hands on it. After so long. Your boy will taste sweetness unlike anything else. Why do you hear my brethren going rawr? You're okay? They delivered the thing you ordered 2 days ago but didn't deliver your moth. Oh? That's odd. I hope you get your moth eventually. You haven't started streaming yet. It's taking a while for you to hit the start streaming button. Fair. How are you? How's your mood? How's your day? Mood is alright right now. Day has been quite fine, you know. A little bit of a hiccup, but nothing that cannot be resolved at some point or another. It should be delivered the day after tomorrow. Good. They better deliver to you, your darn little moth. Otherwise, I'm gonna throw hands. We were just talking about random things. We talked about games for a while, and then I started talking about like these random reimaginings of random fantasy races. You shall also go to a pet store to look if they have stuff for the beetle you will have. Right. Do beetles... This is gonna be a dumb question. Do beetles eat... Are they carnivorous or are they, like, herbivores? Because I don't know what beetles eat. Or are they just the type of creature that'll just eat whatever comes in front of them? They eat fruit? Okay. Because, you know, I've seen my fair share of cows eat not grass, you know? Especially when it comes to small critters who are unfortunately in their path when they're grazing. You know, you sometimes think certain animals are herbivores and then they just kind of turn out not to be as herbivorous as you think they were. Cows eat meat, they do sometimes. But if you put 2 males in an enclosure, they will fight to the death. Damn. They really said this is my house. Oh, rascals. Or rascals. That reminds me of like the rooster thing, where if you put roosters like in a place where there's hens, they start fighting. But if you take the roosters away from the hens and you place them in their own place, they shell the fuck out. They just shell out. It's specifically them being around hens that make them hella territorial. I mean, they can still get territorial, but like they're significantly less likely to want to murk one another. The kind you will have, or the rainbow stag beetle, lives for from 4 to 7 years. That sounds like quite a while for a bug. I think the only bug that I know of that lives for longer is like a cicada. But cicadas kind of chic because they like hibernate, I think. They speed run sleeping, you know? Like, they speed run like time, I guess. They're the only bug that's done that. As far as I know, anyways. But that's interesting. I didn't know bugs could live for that long. 4 to 7 years. Quite a bit. So they eat fruit. They fight each other. Makes sense, they're beetles, you know? I don't think I've ever seen a video of beetles and at some point it doesn't involve them fighting. Like, I'm pretty sure almost any video on beetles will show them having just tossing each other at some point. Termite queens live up to 100 years. What the fuck? That's a worry. I don't like knowing that. Why did they just live for 100 years? What do you mean? They're a bug. Oh my goodness. Well, you know, if it was like something a little more like shell, like a bee queen, I'd be like, okay, you know, a little much for a bug, but whatever. It's a bee, right? A termite queen living 100 years? That's just kind of heinous. Golden jewel beetles live up to 50 years. Damn. Now that's impressive. Normal bug that won't cause me harm. Pretty cool that it lives for 50 years. You can put them in like a pretty small place too, right? I don't think beetles really give a damn. I'll be honest. I think beetles, you can literally just grab like a lunchbox and just put one in there. They probably don't care all that much. Do they have the capacity to care is the question. It's a bug, so I would imagine not really. But it's just funny. So I'm pretty sure I've seen some videos of like people who have them and just kind of like Tupperware. They just kind of keep them there. And they just chill. They just kind of sit or just stand, I guess. They don't really sit. Now that I think about it, bugs are kind of like horses. They just like, I imagine they sleep just standing up. Why am I randomly remembering that video of like the hornet getting swarmed by bees? I think it's a hornet. It's something. I'm remembering that stupid ass video with the kid voicing it over. Oh lords. How long do centipedes live? I hope not too long. I hope like a week, honestly, considering what they've terrified me, you know? 2 hours, I hope. That's what it feels like when you finally spot one in your like abode. It feels like they're there and then they're no longer ever anywhere. And it's terrifying because you don't know where they went. Like, I know people say that these insects and whatnot are more scared of you than you are scared of them. That's a lie. I'm capable of I have more brain space for fear than any insect, okay? I have more brain than insect. So therefore, the spaces of my brain that regulate and calculate fear are grander than that of an insect. And therefore, I am more afraid of the insect than the insect is afraid of me. Are you sure? Why are you asking? May I ask you, in return? Why you are asking me if I'm sure? Hmm? Goober? Stop thinking about fucking eating paper. Okay. Sorry. Eat paper? I cannot. It's not good for you. Eating paper turns out to be pretty bad. Believe it or not. Eating paper? Bad. Oh, there's also Monster Garden. I think Monster Garden did a lot of that stuff. Hold on, have I watched a Monster Garden video before? I have. Paper is just wood. It's natural. Eat it. It might be a natural, originating from a natural place, but that doesn't mean you should eat it. It's not good for you, okay? It's paper. It's processed. Processed to hell and back. Like you never would imagine. Eating paper is a decent way to flirt. With who? With who are you flirting? That requires you to eat paper. Why are you a Debbie Downer? I'm not a Debbie Downer. I'm telling you, eating paper is gonna give you like a stomach ache at the least, okay? At the least. It's like eat normal human things like organ meats and I don't know, the flesh of a bovine. Not some gosh darn paper. Stop having fun sounding. No fun allowed over here. Listen, if you want to give yourself a tummy ache, that's on you, okay? Not on me. That's on you. You suffer the consequences. I will not, okay? What in the world? Man-headed... Oh, spider tank. That's kind of a cool design. Sorry, it's like looking at stuff. Looking with mine eyes. I want to say something so fucking dumb, but I'm gonna keep that to myself, you know? I should keep a certain words to myself. Why start now? Because. Just because. No good reason, just because. What else is there really to do? What is there to say? What is there to say to such a thing? Why start now? I don't know, man. Sometimes you gotta use your brain, and then other times you don't, and life is about figuring out which of those two times you're in order to succeed, right? Is it time to use your brain, or is it time to not use your brain? That is my wisdom of the day. It'll cost you 55 doubloons. How do you respond to this without sounding like you're malding? How are you so okay? I like the disparity of it's a discrepancy, disparity, whatever. The difference between your questions. You want to see a small tree? Sure. Show me a small tree. And to answer your question, Knuckles, I've had a long time to figure that out. I've had much experience in the matter. Look in general, okay. And then zoom in. Is that just you in the distance? Is that supposed to be you? Just there? Somebody just standing there? That's not a small tree at all, you know? That's looking like a pretty big tree. Pretty. Oh, that's the monarch. Oh, the matriarch. Your matriarch for reference. I see. I'm glad the matriarch decided to help you with this task. Just to be able to tell the size difference of that tree. It is at least 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, at least 15 Yuki mom tall. That's at the least. Do you have a 42-second video of her going from you to the tree? Goodness. Knuckles, why did you send me? Wait, why does that art style look familiar? Is that the art style of that person that's been drawing the characters of like the cat lady and the husband who were like they were adventurers? Is that person? Because it looks like that person's art style. I'm not sure though. You think 20 mothers tall? Maybe. When I'm looking at it, I'm like, that's why I said at least 15. At least, right? I could be miscalculating. And it is funny. You know, it is funny, Knuckles. Glory be to the older women, you know? I haven't worn a watch in a while. Do you guys wear watches? I feel like nobody really does that anymore. At least not like, unless you're going out or your job requires it for some reason. It might be a requirement in some places. Like the military, I guess. Probably more. You want to buy a pocket watch. Ooh, fancy schmancy. I think I had a pocket. Did I have a pocket watch one time? It feels like I had a pocket watch at some point in life. But I never really had any pockets to put it in. That didn't feel weird. Modern clothing does not really fit pocket watch designs very well. There is technically your jean pocket. You can put a pocket watch in there, right? Because you got the little pocket that's meant for pocket watches. A 20 pocket watch outfit when? That is ingenious. You know how many coins you can carry with that many pockets? Why would you need that many coins in the first place? I don't know. Just, instead of having, the classic pocket sand, you just now have pocket coins. And you toss that into people's eyes and probably hurt them quite a bit now that I think about it. Oh, so fresh. Freshly baked. It's been so long. How have you been? I hope your living has been quite well. And Knuckles keeps sending me things. He's just sending me a fucking gif of Homelander poking, whatever the fuck is, I don't know anybody else's name in this show, but the speedster guy. It's been 30 years. It may as well has been. Did I say has been or husband? Have been. I don't know what I said. Your mind is stuck in 2022. It's 2022. It cannot be 2026. Do I have some unfortunate news for you? Time moves, and we move along with it. Has been? I mean, I read it in reverse. Has been, more like has been. Yeah. I'm gonna need you to get executed, French Revolution style, for the crime of existing at this point, Knuckles. Guillotines. Yeah, I kind of want to make a catapult. Not, like a small one and like a actual, like a decent sized one. Well, you're fat? I am not. Excuse you. How dare you? You fucking scoundrel. I'll have you know, I weigh about as much as the average woman, okay? That's my weight class. I'm a very lightweight boy. Proof? No. No need. No proof. Fact. Statement, fact. Not opinion. Ordained. By who? The Lord. I didn't. Yes. I'll send you more, material to react at. Sure thing. You do as you please. You know, we did buy some bread. There's like this type of bread that comes on with like a little bit of sugar in like a packet. Hispanic thing, apparently. I forgot what they call it. It's like kind of yellow though. Like a yellowish bread. Sweet bread of some kind. Could be very tasty. I haven't had some in like a long while. Ah, look at that. You're playing The Binding of Isaac, Yuki? How's the game going? Have I ever touched The Binding of Isaac? I'm not sure I ever have. I'm trying to think of like whether I ever, if I've just seen it. I think I've only ever just seen it. You have like 12 mood changes a day. Hey, you know, you do have to be up for like many hours, and it's fine to have your mood, you know, kind of all over the place a little bit today. Yeah. To me, it happens like day to day sometimes. You have a mood. Moods are moodish. They do be fluctuant. Fluctuating? Fluctuating. I think, you know, it'll stable out eventually. I don't imagine it is the most pleasant thing to experience, just a constant swinging, but, you know, it be how it be. And may it be better eventually. I never got around to getting a fucking stone to grind another stone on. I remember wanting to make a little hand axe, but I never got around to it. You're making salsa? Ooh, salsa. Like a spicy type or just normal? Non-spicy salsa. And with what, you know, some people may add different ingredients. I know it's gonna have the typical stuff, right? Tomato. Can't have salsa without tomato. I guess you could technically have something akin to a salsa without tomato, but that sort of, kind of. Normal? Mom can't handle spice. I understand. I too cannot handle spice too well. Some spicy stuff will send me to the 9 very quick. It will send me straight into the afterlife. I will start praying to God. Nothing can make me pray like spicy things can. Shit just hurts. Stuff just hurts. I never understood the liking of spicy stuff when it just hurts. That's literally what spiciness is. It's just edible pain. It's edible pain. Like, people really enjoy edible pain. I don't know why. Those spicy bulldog noodles have no flavor, just straight pain. You go get tasty, go get your tasty stuff then. Enjoy thy meal. All I've got waiting for me is like a Taco Bell item. Because I got like one of those little boxes that brings like 4 different things. Like the nachos, taco, and like another 2 things. And I saved one of those 2 things because I already ate the nachos and the taco and the other thing. And I was like, I'm full. I'm good. I will leave this for later. Because in one of those boxes, supposedly one of those boxes alone is already like 1,500 calories worth of food. So I was like, I'll consume that later. Is that a gif? And then moth. I like that pinkish moth. That one's cute. That one's adorable. That's a creature. Moths really do be having various shapes, don't they? I guess they are like plentiful. All insects are basically, there's like gonna be like 50 versions of them at least. There's too many types of bugs sometimes. You would think there would be bugs that would be immune to like random shit, you know? Can you imagine there being a bug that's just immune to fire? You just try to burn it and it just won't die. I mean, when you think about it, hornets are kind of immune to like blunt damage. You know, you ever try to stomp on a horn? That shit does not work for you. You gotta go crazy. You gotta go crazy on the hornet for it to just finally perish. Them things do not go out easily. And I still remember that one time, like, a hornet got into my abode and I hid in my room, and then I, like, went back to the living room to see if it was still there, just flying around, and it just wasn't. So it, like, I only can assume that it got through the window somehow and got back out through the window, which is a miracle. Because usually once an insect gets in, it's in. And you're done. Like, there's just nothing you can do about it, except fight or flight. But this time around, it seems to have just fucked off on its own. I was glad for that. Honestly, would not recommend such an experience again. Trap a hornet in a plastic bowl and deep fry it. They deserve the worst, I swear. What do hornets even do for the environment? I'm pretty sure hornets are kind of like mosquitoes. Except, like, at least mosquitoes are food for other things. I don't think hornets really have a predator. Horns? No? These things are hellish demons. They are. They came out of one of the fucking 9 rings of hell. Assuming there's 9. I don't remember how many there are. They came out one of them. I feel like they came straight out of blasphemy. Like, they are a punishment for us for some reason. Somebody pissed somebody off bad enough to have that be a thing. Hornets, that is. Wasn't there a while? I remember there being like a spook here in the States because apparently a bunch of like deadly hornets from Africa somehow started like somebody brought them over to, like, I don't know, Mexico or something, and then they started moving up through Texas or something like that. And there was like a scare for a while that these hornets would just keep going. Somebody won against the devil in a music contest again. Good. Show him who's boss. Show him exactly who was made in God's image. Was it another fiddler? I like how that's the name they gave back in the day for people that like played violins or whatever. It's like fiddlers. Like, yes, the fiddler. What a fantastic name. Fucking love it. Yeah, let me play the fiddle. Like, huh? Fiddle, the fiddle diddler. You're playing with your fiddle. I'm sure you're doing fantastic. The riddle fiddle diddler. Riddler the diddler. Riddle me this, Batman. No, I can't. I must hold myself at bay. Is there any cool movies coming out? Because I haven't heard anything about any movies in a while. I haven't gone to a movie theater in a while either. Diddle me this, Batman. Why did my father leave me? I'm like thinking very hard. I can't remember there being any movies coming out. No show. Well, other than like that random Crunchyroll thing that I saw that apparently Sekiro is getting an anime. I don't know if it's supposed to be just like an adaptation of the game or if it's like its own thing, like prior to the game taking place. I don't know. Lithium Lung. Lithium. Is that a reference to Iron Lung? Riddle me this, Batman Thickums. Batman is probably kind of thick. Like, he's a pretty muscular guy. He's probably got a nice booty, like when you think about it. As most athletic people do, right? That's just kind of how having nice legs works. Your legs are connected to your butt. Think about that. Think about that. Riddle these nuts, Batman. I feel like you'd get an extra beating from Batman if you said that. Riddle these nuts, Batman. It's fucking. You get Arkhamed. you get fucking Batman like Arkhamed. just for saying shit like that. Nuh-uh, your legs are attached to your arms. What are you, a crab? Like, how does that work? I kind of want a crab. I want to hold a crab. It's been a while. Feisty fuckers will try to pinch you. We should breed crabs so that they don't be such bastards. I want a pet crab that I can just chill out with. You know? Make them more docile. Like, we should just start domesticating random things. Just for no reason. Let's just do it. Like, at this point, we got nothing better to do as a civilized species. Crab legs are not attached to their arms. I don't know, man. It could be. I'll take your word for it, though. I just said crab because I couldn't think of anything else that was, like, on the same level. Because, like, a crab's legs are kind of on the same level as their arms. So I just, like, you know, my brain just thought, you know, close enough to being attached to your arms. There are people who have them as pets. Yeah, but there's not, like, a specific subspecies of crab that has been, like, officially domesticated. You know what I mean? Unless there has been and I'm just stupid and I never knew about them. But I feel like that's not the case. You know what I mean? Like, people have raccoons as pets, but they're not technically domesticated. They're just, like, wild animals that have been, I guess, satisfied enough that are easiest to satisfy into not being wild animals. Same thing with foxes, technically, too. It's like, you can just have them be chill as long as you give them what they want. The Japanese king crab just kidnaps people. What? What do you mean it kidnaps people? Like, it can't be that big. I know there's those spider crabs that like have the very long legs. There are vampire crabs, like as in they feast upon other crabs, or are they just like a color that makes them get called a vampire crab? They're pretty big. Oh, Japanese crabs are that big. Oh, I didn't know we had no wonder a certain someone in what's that game? The development of from Soft? Is that the developer of like Dark Souls? You know, no wonder they have their like giant crabs if they're that big. Inspired by real life. Here you go. Swamp with crabs the size of a man. I never got the fascination with like swamps just filled with crabs. I guess there could be mud crabs in real life, you know? There probably are crabs that just kind of hide in the mud somewhere in the world. I wouldn't know of them. I don't really know a lot about crabs. I just eat them. Mud crabs? Yeah, mud crabs. What? Why is my brain replaying like imagined image of me throwing a crab? Okay. My brain could like stop this, but it just decides to show me the silliest imaginings. I don't even know why I would throw a crab. Why would I do that? Why would my brain imagine me doing that? What did the crab do to deserve such a fate? My imaginary crab. You think you could skip a crab like a stone in the water? Maybe if it's small enough. It would have to be small, because then you can't skip them properly. Just fucking ting ting ting, you know? Poor fucker. Poor little crab would not know where in the world it is. It would be having the biggest concussion any crab has ever experienced. You wonder what Japanese crabs taste like? They probably sell them. I'm sure they do. Like, I feel like that's a market, you know? Giant crabs, or at least crabs that are bigger than normal crabs, feels like a very marketable product. Let me see how big they are. I want to look this up. Japanese crab size. It's probably going to show me various crabs. There's the Japanese spider crab, around 3.75 meters. I don't know. Oh, okay. Huh. They typically weigh around 42 pounds, 19 kilograms. That's that's an impressive crab. That's like a child. That's just the weight of a small child. No, they are that big. Okay, they got like their main body, which is the main part where all the legs attached to is like bigger than a person, at least in this photograph of like a specimen from the American Museum of Natural History. Back in the day, when was this picture taken actually? Because this is definitely an old picture. There's a ring, good place for family to... Popular Science magazine, June of 1920. Yeah, 1920. Okay. Yeah, and some more modern pictures definitely back that up. Them crabs are just that big. All right. I do like that their claws are kind of tiny though. They like got long arms and then their claws are just pointed towards the ground. I guess it makes sense because they would just have to pick whatever's on the ground and just munch on it. How strong do you think those crabs are? Like, I want to know how hard they could possibly pull on something. Imagine giving one of them a handshake and it just fucking pinches your finger. So why? Why would I want to know how much like pulling power a spider crab has? I don't know. Because it's a silly idea to listen for science, I guess. Wouldn't that be fun to know how strong a crab like that could be? Trying to like pull at something? Maybe if I have an army of these, I can proceed to conquer bits and pieces of the ocean. All I require is for them to gang up on like single individuals and just kind of just jump them. Just drag them away and jump them. How I would train them to do that, I've got not a clue, but like they might have enough brain power for domestication of that kind. War crabs, just, just go, my crab. Drag them into the depths. Nothing, talking about giant crabs, it kind of reminds me of like how there's various fishes that you don't think of being capable of being big. Like goldfish. Goldfish can be pretty darn big. Pretty darn big. I don't even know why they can grow that big. I guess it's one of those things where it's like the more open space it has to just grow, and the longer it's alive, the more it'll just keep growing. They just be like that. I guess most animals are kind of... I feel like that's more often the case with like sea animals. Sea animals just have that tendency more often than not. Than like land creatures at least, right? To just kind of have a random species that as long as it has food and space, it just kind of keeps going. It just kind of just keeps growing until its size becomes a problem in some way, shape, or form. It'll either die due to something trying to eat it, or it'll be so big that it just can't live. Like lobsters, right? Lobsters have that issue that like after they gain a certain size, it takes too long for them to like regrow their shell whenever they go into like soft mode. So like they get picked off by something, even though they're like huge. King crabs, more like crabs from kings. The moonfish. Moonfish, yeah. Moonfish is got a rough life. They specifically exist off of being able to be bitten enough and still be alive. They get munched on, and then the things that munch on them go away and they continue living. And I guess that's fine, but it kind of sucks at the same time when you think about it. Poor bastards. Poor bastards. You think there's a fish called the sunfish if there's a moonfish? There's gotta be a sunfish, no? Or at least something that gets nicknamed the sunfish. If there's something called a moonfish, Like somewhere in the world. Yes? Let me look that up. A sunfish. Ah. Okay, no. I think I was thinking about the sunfish when I was talking about the thing that gets munched on and continues just existing. Let me see. Moonfish. Then what's a moonfish? Okay, moonfish is different. Okay, it's definitely a different fish. I was thinking about the sunfish when talking about the moonfish. My bad. Moonfish is a different thing. Smaller too, by a lot. Or is it? No, moonfish can be big. Just not as big as sunfish tend to be, I think. I guess they're related? They seem related. The Opha, more also commonly known as moonfish, sunfish, cowfish, kingfish, and redfin. Okay, so they're both kind of the same thing. Okay, turns out they're both the same thing. Or similar things. So there's the Opha and the Mola. I guess when like they're talking about the sunfish, it's referring like more so to the mola. And then when they say moonfish, it could be like a various different kinds of fish. £247. Oh my lord, why don't we eat these guys? You shall ask an out of context question. What's my type? In regarding to what? In regards to what? I'm gonna stretch a little bit. Ay, 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 ay. Why did that cause my entire body to shiver? Tremble more like. What's my type? Well, depends on the mood. It's the honest answer. In regards to humans, it depends on the mood. Genuinely. It's just like, well, sometimes I just want one kind of person. Other times I want another kind of person. I don't think there really is any consistency, honestly, in my... I guess there's like, if like I'm feeling... This is an awkward thing. It's a little more awkward than I thought. Right now... Right now... Well, I got 0 horniness right now, so there is that. Let me do like a little brain calculation. Huggable, I guess. Someone who's huggable. Would be the closest thing to a type at the moment. I do kind of like taller ladies, you know? Although that's more of a... it's more of an attempt to safeguard the lineage, I think, from ending up like me. What do you consider huggable? Oh, lords. What do I consider huggable? I don't know. I don't know. Think. Like, listen, you caught me in a very not horny time of my life. Or at least the day. This would be so much easier if I was just a horn dog, but right now it's it's a hard question to answer. Oh no, it has a sweater, you know? You think someone who can devour a whole bag of mini corn dogs with you at 2 a.m. is perfect? That's certainly a type. If it's a lad, I guess I'd like for them to be a kind of strong lad. If it's a lady, I guess I'd prefer, like, what would be huggable for a lady? A bit of heftiness to them, you know? In some way, shape, or form. But then again, if they're cute, and that goes for guys and gals, then that I could also consider that. That could also be very huggable. Noticed. It just depends. It generally just depends. It's just I have a very wide net, alright? That's the only way I could put it. I have a very wide net when it comes to these things. There's not much not much I'm picky about. Noted? Good. Write that shit down. Put it in the records. It shall be considered history. Let me scroll around. Let me try to find something. Do you guys think you can name every ocean correctly? I don't think I could. I could maybe name like 2 oceans in the correct place. Every other, 3. I would say 3. 3 out of the 5. Alright, there's the Pacific Ocean. I'm looking at like a map right now of the globe, and I'm like, yes, the Pacific Ocean in 2 different places because globe. And so it's technically 1 place, but it just looks funny on the map. Atlantic, Pacific, that's all you're capable of. There's the Indian Ocean, and then the Arctic Ocean, and the... No, hold on. Oh yeah, there's just like 4. Be jealous, for I have kitty. I am very jealous. How dare you have kitty and not share? You're gonna play Kenshi? Do not die. I know that's a hard ask. Do not die. You sent me kitty? Yes! I like kitty. Look at that kitty. Soft kitty. I wish I had a cat. But they're rascals sometimes. I feel like if you get a cat, you never know what kind of cat you're getting. Like, some people just have the most... just silliest kitties. Others have the most volatile kittens. Other people have, like, pretty middle-of-the-road cat. But you just can't tell. You can't tell what kind of cat you're gonna get if you go try and get one. At least I can't. Maybe other people have a better sense of these things than I do, and that's just why. But for me, it's always been the case that I can't really tell what kind of cat I'm dealing with. Unless it, like, actively decides to just be straight up aggressive the moment I look at it. Or just look kind of fuck-ass mad. You know how there's some cats that just look mad? Interesting. I kind of ran out of things to speak about. Kind of ran out of things. Yes, ran out of things. I saw the price of apples today. I was not very happy about that when I bought some apples today. I was like, oh, there's like 6 apples in this bag. 6 apples. And the price for 6 apples was not a good price. Not a good one at all. But I will eat those apples and enjoy them either way. I think they're like pink. What do they call them? Pink Lady? Pink. I don't know if that's just a brand or an actual type of apple. Oh yeah, the dollar is failing. Pink Lady apple. Yep, that's what they call them. Maybe it's because of that specific kind of apple. I don't know. Oh Lord, what is that? Sometimes I witness things. And I wish not to. Like, all I can do is just stare at the screen and just nod along, you know, just like, yeah, you just saw that, bro. Like, time to move on. Yolotl? Yeah. You put an exclamation point behind that. When we play games? I don't know. I don't know. Shrugs shoulders. Maybe we'll plan something for the next weekend, if you guys want. I don't know, it's been a while since I played with you guys. Anything. Togethers? Well, you did say we, didn't you? It would depend on the day. But yeah. Probably a weekend. I don't know. What do you guys want to play? That's the question. I do wonder if there's any way to eat a jellyfish. Probably not, but, you know, the thought does come up in my mind every now and again. This is uh, certainly, a picture, okay. Yeah, I think, like, bicycles need a remake. I feel like we need to remake bicycles. Them things are just... Okay. Sorry about that. I had to just be talking with somebody, because they just decide to go in my room, despite the door being closed. There were bicycles with outstandish gears. We should bring that back. We should bring that back. Have a good old time with silly bicycles of large proportions. Well, you guys remember that old movie with, like, that fucking evil ass rabbit? The Little Red Riding Hood lady? I think there maybe was a wolf in there too, and the stereotype, I don't know if the guy was supposed to be like a German or a Swiss man. One or the other. The walking stereotype of a character. It's like a 2000 movie. I think it came out in 2000. I'm not sure. Just randomly have that memory just in there somewhere. You're Isaacing it. I'm glad for you. What in the world is this fucking post? Well, explosion. I'm going to explode. Because I am, like, bored. uh, oh, yes, yes. I must. It'll cure the boredom, at least for a little bit. At least until I reform. Let's talk about this. Let's talk about moths. But I don't know anything about moths other than they're sometimes fluffy and some of them want to poison you. Or I guess not want, but, like, you know, are capable of poisoning you just by existing. And you touching them, you know? Like the one you showed me where you were like, would you touch this moth? And I was like, nuh-uh. Yeah, that one. That exact one. What do you want to talk about? I don't know. I ran out of information. videos. I did find like one or two videos that I might want to watch. Dead Space 2 cosplay when? Cosplay? How would that even work? Okay, do you think somebody's cosplayed as Isaac Clarke and has played Dead Space? I feel like that's a thing that's happened at least once. It must have happened once. Sorry, my brain just like died. I just kind of paused. Let me use the restroom. I'll be right back and we'll like watch a thing or two. We'll watch a thing or two. You know? Spend the time seeing cute things, most likely. Okay, I'm back. Let's see, screen capture. Okay, let me just make sure it's gonna capture the right one. Okay. Go to that. Let's see. There we go. Why is it off center? I don't. There we go. There we go. What the fuck is that? That thumbnail's a little silly. Cat. Frog. Oh my god, not 2000s commercials. Did you know? Yes. That I'm scary and evil. Nuh-uh. Lies from a scoundrel. Hey, look at this. Okay, I don't understand how that ice cream works. Because how does it not fall to the side? Or get smeared? It probably does. It probably does. You may claim to be scary and evil as much as you want. Have you guys ever seen the Urban Rescue Ranch? This guy's goofy as hell with his animals. This is the one I wanted to watch. It's this big old puffball. Look at him. Let's go watch that first. Doggy. Doggy, you know? Happy times with dog. And then we'll like just keep scrolling around. We might watch more cooking stuff. 5 hours ago. This is by who? North Yuki Husky. Hey. Okay, that's just disrespectful. Why did he get disrespected like that? Ah, look at that. Look at that poofy little ball of joy.
If you're new here, welcome. We've got 3 dogs and 3 cats. And then one day we thought, sure, what's one more? Meet our tiny Pomsky girl.
Sumi.
We're continuing to show you how little Sumi is growing up and adjusting to our big, chaotic home.
I did not see that cat in the back, the black one.
For now, Sumi stays in her own room. We're not rushing introductions. We're giving everyone time to adjust.
Zoom in, full screen it. Don't know why I didn't.
Olive, our youngest husky,
Olive.
has always been sweet with puppies.
Look at them. Look
So
at
she's one of the
Look at
first
her.
to meet Sumi.
She's so kind.
And in between all that,
Sumi's already afraid of the vacuum cleaner. That thing hasn't even been turned on. Instinctual blood lineage fear of the vacuum cleaner.
Sumi keeps discovering new things she'll have to deal with. One tiny adventure at a time.
She has a small nose. Look at how small that snout is. It's like a bit of snout before you just get right to the face. I don't know how these creatures ever survived in the wild.
This is Sumi's very first time outside. She's still in quarantine, so for now, we're only.
What is that a
walking
video
around
for,
our
Yuki?
yard.
He didn't even ask, he just posted. Posted a random link to a random YouTube video.
Sumi. Hey. Hey.
My goodness. Adorable creature. You don't need permission? Yes, you do! It's my stream! What do you mean you don't need permission? Monty.
And outside,
What kind of collars are
introductions
those with the
between
little
adult dogs
wires?
and the puppy
Hmm.
go way easier.
Maybe that's a tracker or something? I feel like a tracker would be smaller though, wouldn't it be? Huh. The other one's just gonna bark it at her. Borkin. Borkin at the new creature. Oh, this is the scene. This is where the crime happens. Just pushes the face right in there. Not that she cares all that much. They're just covered in snow. Paw beans, little toe beans. Makes me want to, like, have one, don't it? I want too many different kinds of animals. Like, I'd have to live in too many different places.
Forest walk.
No, but see, I'm scary and evil, so you shall watch the video. Can you at least tell me what the video's about? I would like to know. Oh, look at this scoundrel, Toto.
Toto is the youngest of our cats.
What's the cat gonna do with the poor
Almost a year ago, we
doggerino?
found him on the street. Just a 4-month-old kitten.
It's a training video for a hobby? Okay.
Honestly, we really thought he would be the first to befriend our new puppy.
Oh, this one does not like that dog. He does not like her.
But Toto, who never feared our big huskies from day one, decided the tiny puppy is a threat and he needs to fix the
Toto is
situation.
being pressed right now.
Especially
Toto
since
doesn't
the
even
puppy
look that
took
scared,
over the
but, like-
room where Toto usually watches his favorite TV show every night.
It's immediately hostility. Constantly keeping his eyes on her.
Look
Does not trust the small one.
for you.
Her
You think it's
fur
like a
is
type
really
of, like,
different from our huskies.
What do you call it?
Looks like it
Like
needs
uncanniness
daily
for
grooming.
the for the cat. Like if it's never seen a puppy before, it's maybe
But
just
so
assume
far,
it's evil.
Sumi strongly disagrees.
Okay, you know. I just got a mystifier thing? Damn. Fancy brush. Or I guess a comb. Don't mess with its butt. A weirdo. Oh, now she's got her tail.
No.
I want a dog. It's been so long since I've been like in a place that has a dog. Too long. Too long for my liking. I need to not bounce my leg. Bad habit. Bad habit. Wawa. Drinking Wawa. No longer drinking Wawa. It's like, isn't one of the things dogs won't drink like a
She's growing
soda
up so
because of the
fast.
bubbles?
And we just want to capture every
They
little
just
moment.
dogs do not like it, you know? It
Admit
just
it.
messes with them.
You feel the same way when there's a precious little baby growing up in your home.
Nope.
By the way,
No!
so smart.
Nasty, gross.
she figured out on day one what that white rock is for.
Well, at least she's smart enough to do that. Smart enough to know where to do that. Day one. Okay. That's a good sign,
If
probably.
you smiled even once, he'd like for Sumi. She worked very hard.
What the hell is that thing even supposed to? Oh, I thought that was like a. Why did I think that was like
Please
a
leave a
like
comment.
just ginger?
Sumi hates them.
Just like,
obviously.
imagine just giving a dog a big chunk of ginger, just because. Not even sure that would be good for him, or that they'd even play with it, considering what it
Have
tastes
a
like.
wonderful day, and we see you very soon.
That was cute though. I enjoy that. Let me check on that other thing. Let me take that link. Boop. Copy. Oh goodness. Did I not? Okay, paste. There we go. What is this? And this doesn't seem like a hobby. Interesting title though. Look at this shit. How to learn to be a serial killer. Surely this is nothing dastardly and evil. Maybe Yuki is evil and scary, just a little bit. Skycorp home video. What is their shtick about? Let me see. Why is that? How to deal with a Karen 90s training video? It's a training video, yeah.
Success in the serial killer industry isn't just about cold-blooded murder. It's about how you manage your victims in the moments leading up to their untimely death.
Say, how about you come up for one last drink?
That smile, what a trustworthy smile. 100% would place my life in this guy's hands. You are very scary and evil? Sure.
Only if you promise to be on your best behavior.
Oh, I promise.
Victim management.
In this training tape, you'll learn how to properly manage your victims and guide them to slaughter like a true professional.
Wow.
Let's take a look at the first step. Before a victim
What's it say? Disease victims' activities. What are you gonna do with them?
Give your place a thorough clean. Make sure nothing suspicious is left out in the open.
Okay, you know, it's a lot
Prep
of
any
work
murder
to
weapons
just
you
clean
plan on
up.
using.
A grater.
And stock your place with appropriate supplies for handling the corpse.
Lubricant?
Now you are prepared to host a victim.
Okay.
Being a courteous host is all about making your victim feel comfortable. Ease them into the new environment by having them participate in an activity, like picking out a movie to watch. This gives you time to prepare them a special beverage.
To add extra flavor. You know, probably a solid piece of advice.
Oh, you snuck up on me.
I saw what you did, David. I must be really special to get 2 limes.
What can I say, Mary Lou? You're just too sweet.
Wow.
Oh, I chose Airbud.
Airbud!
Pretty random
Sick.
out of that collection of yours.
Dude, the fact that they have an actual, like, VHS, like, a box thing for their thing. Like, that's an actual one. Airbud, though. I remember that movie. That movie was great. Loved it.
I have a soft spot for dogs that can play basketball.
Hey, you haven't given me the grand tour of your place.
Beware of
It's easy to
advertisement.
feel rushed during this part of the interaction. It's vital to resist any impulses and remain patient. You don't want to risk alerting the neighbors or worse, get bloodstains on the new carpet.
Oh, no, not the carpet.
Oh, yeah. How rude of me. Come on.
Since you've tidied up for the victim, don't hesitate to
nice
showcase
computer.
your home with confidence.
I recently got this new standing desk, too.
David, be careful.
Especially when it comes to today's sponsor.
That's
The Flexi Spot.
This wasn't around in the 90s. Yeah, we'll let them play out their little advertisement, you know, whatever.
E7 Pro Premium Standing Desk.
It's okay, Mary Lou. The E7 Pro Premium Standing Desk is as durable as it is flexible. It can
How is
hold
it
up to
flexible?
440
It's a
pounds
table.
and extend up to 50.6 inches.
You know what else extends to 50.6 inches? Umbrella.
Whoa, this is like 20 years ahead of its time.
Try 25. Each desk from FlexiSpot is fully customizable, down from the desktop material to the color. So you can design a desk that's sure to elevate any workspace.
Literally. Hey, what about price? Seems a little expensive for something with such quality.
It is expensive. That's the... What? You heard me. Umbrella with the extendo.
Not at all. You can find premium standing desks for as low as $150 on their website, flexispot.com. And if you want a discount, you can use my promo code in the description to get $30 or $50 off select products. See description for more details.
You know, I might have to take you up on that promo code.
An
I kinda
excellent
wanted to-
example of a
you
home
know,
tour. But what happens
How much
when a
money do I have
victim
left,
gets
actually?
suspicious?
I could spend it on the table.
One moment you can be friendly and chatting with a victim, then the next you're faced with an outburst of fear.
Oh no, not the slender pages.
David, what is this?
When suspicions arise, always provide your victim with believable information. Your job is to sell an explanation that they will buy.
Don't worry. That's just a prop for a horror movie I'm working on.
How did that advertisement work on you? Because it turns out that the tables were cheaper than I thought. I remember them being like a couple hundred. But, you know, there might be at least one type of table that's like 150. Like one. And I'm like, you know, I'm sick of having 2 plastic boxes as my table here. I would like to have a normal one.
Working on. Pretty scary, huh?
This is insane. I had no idea you were this creative.
I guess there's more to me than meets the eye.
And here I am thinking you had some serious issues.
Hey, I'll drink to that.
Cheers.
Through the subtle art of misdirection, the killer turned a mishap into a misunderstanding.
Nice, nice. Play the
Now
game
they
right
just
there.
have to entertain the victim until they're incapacitated.
There's just something about a dog playing basketball that really warms my heart.
Yeah.
It's cause he's balling, you know? Oh. Wrong film?
Hello, welcome back.
This is the wrong tape.
I'd like to introduce you to our newest member of the family.
David, is this
Please
one of your movies?
Give a warm
No, this is... where's that remote?
Just get up and press the button.
Here's Jessica! I love you, David!
It's just a prop.
You want to give me a kiss, Jessica?
Well, there goes the whole plan. Ruining the movie.
Even the most experienced killers make mistakes. Anyone can accidentally record over Air Bud with them making out with a severed head.
No, they can't. This serial killer is just explicitly freaky, okay? How do you do this to Air Bud? You know, any other film, fine. Air Bud? Come on now. That's a fine movie.
So if your execution doesn't go exactly as planned, you need to act fast and cover your tracks.
Is everything okay in there?
1 second.
I heard screaming.
Coming. Hey, sorry about that. We're watching a scary movie and got a little carried away.
Scary movie, huh?
Just a blanket.
Why is she wearing sunglasses?
That's a good question.
She's been smoking a little marijuana, and she got self-conscious about her eyes.
No. No. This isn't right.
Oh, looks like you're gonna have to clean up too, buddy.
You know there's a strict no smoking policy
Oh,
here
never
in these
mind.
apartments.
Yeah, I know. I figured I'd tell you because you seem like a chill guy, right? I promise we'll be good.
Just keep it down.
Yeah, absolutely. Yep, won't happen again.
This is honestly a goofy ass skit.
Congratulations. You've reached the end of the training tape. Now you have the
Yeah,
knowledge to
look at him
stay
go. He's
alive
so
in the
happy.
serial killer business. As you head into the final part of the process, always remember, every victim deserves to be treated with courtesy and care. Not
Until
just another
you
corpse
kill
to
him.
have sex with.
Oh, well,
Please continue your training with the next tape on body disposal techniques.
questionable considering
From
the
everyone here at
lubricant
Serial
he
Killer
had.
Industries, happy hunting.
I like how that's where the line is drawn. Listen, we might kill people, but we don't fuck the bodies. Might kill them, but yeah, don't do that. That's funny. I like that. Do I have any other stuff? What's their most recent thing? 8 months ago. The Devil's Lettuce crowdfunding campaign. How to chat on AIM. AIM. I almost said IMI. That would not have made any sense. What? Oh no. Why was the video to YouTube? Oh my god. The YouTube stream got nuked, and I don't even know why. That is unfortunate. Ah, well. Probably was the music. If anything. Oh, okay. That's why. I see, I see. Could watch analog horrors. There's no point now with, you know, YouTube getting nuked. I guess here we could still do that. It's so frustrating. Okay. Can I end that then? There we go. End that stream over there.